and welcome to another weekly analysis of EMini futures. We're looking at the S&P 500 index futures. This is Saturday, February 11th, looking into the week of February 13th. So let's draw some comparison to previous sell-offs and recoveries and see if we are in a recovery as of now or not. And I have here the weekly chart, and I'll go into the volatility of VIX and some pricing there. But let's start looking at a few areas of previous such sell-offs. So you see one sell-off here that's we are currently in. This was your 2008 crash. This was your dot-com bubble here, and another big one was, I think, this one here. That was the 1987 crash. So look at this crash. This was like a big crash. There was no sell-off itself. It was an economic event, and then it just recovered, never came down to that section again. And if you can see here, we can look at something similar, and that is here our COVID crash. Big crash and completely recovered out of that. And let's add a price here to right around that price. Actually, let's activate that and move it right around that. And let's go back to these two big events here. If you see here how they have crashed, so draw some similarity between these two here. So there is this low here, another low there, which is somewhere here, and a big squeeze. And if you actually change this channel here, and if you're looking at right at, let's do this. If you actually, I want to do this. If you draw this channel, like this here, I don't know why my channels are not working. Let's go back. There you go. So if I draw the channel like that, and let's do this way, and if you look at this, as you can see here, there was this sell-off, then another sell-off, which, as I said, was close to here. There you go. And then there's a squeeze and breakout. What happened with the breakout here? If you just see here till this, you would say that, hey, there is a breakout out of this channel, looks bullish, and this is a weekly, and this weekly, when it's selling off, we are like, okay, did it confirm? That means it should bounce from here, right? So yeah, just looking at this much. Now if I scroll, it becomes much more easier to see that, okay, bounced from that channel, came back, did not confirm, another attempt to break out. This is your signal to take a bearish position, and obviously it sold off heavily and took that low. So keep this perspective here, just this much in view, and look at where we are now. A low here, another low here, really broke out, did not confirm, came down, went up again. So again, draw the comparison here to, so this already had happened, went down, went up again. So we are here, and are we officially in a breakout here? I don't think so. I'm currently in a bearish position because it could not take this breakout out. That means in this weekly it did not really went up and close above this breakout, so that is not a breakout, technical breakout. And then last week it was an inside bar of the previous week. So had there been a lot of bulls there who have officially taken out this, who are stronger than the sellers, they would have taken this week also out on this one, but the sellers were able to push it down. So think from the auction theory, there are sellers and buyers. There are just not buyers or sellers, and the sellers kept the price down. And when I look at the comparison, that just tells me that okay, this is not really a breakout, and hence I'm going to be on the seller side here and see if it further goes down. That's just one point of data. What are the other point of data? And I don't want to keep this as a long video, so I will be short here. Let's look at here also. Comes here, this is the low, that is one low, takes out the low, breaks out, again sells off, and this is much more clear to see. And see what happened here, that it went sideways. If you see here, it went sideways, goes to this area where there was a strong selling. We need to see this kind of selling here, and this was a crisis time, but we need to see something like this kind of selling where it's very strong selling and then market starts going sideways. Did we see something similar here? Not yet. It's been controlled selling and then squeeze, controlled selling and squeeze, and there is no dire economic event as of now. Yes, there is an Ukrainian war, but the job report has been pretty good, and really there is the market is always forward looking, and if the company earnings are not really affected, then it will not affect the market. The downside that we have seen is inflation, and because of the rising interest rate, there has been events which has affected companies' earnings. So, but that is not really reflecting with a lot of layoff beyond tech, outside of tech, and healthcare and all utilities, retail, all across this one. Construction and buying, that is reduction on the buying side of it, and we are not seeing those kind of events yet. So the job market is still strong, and there is definitely a gloomy economic view, but we need to rely on the data. And as of now, though I am short, I am being very wary of the short because there has not been a strong confirmation that this is a rejected price here. I'm not going to go much to the levels because you can always go back to my previous videos to find out what the levels are. But one thing before I go out of this chart and show you the volatility, I would like to see the 10-year daily. And let's look at here. What did the market do? And I want to see without the extended hours. So what did the market do? It went and really closed this gap here, almost closed that gap here, and then it broke out, did not confirm. Even on the daily it did not confirm about this one. Let's see, did it? No, it did not. These are strong rejections, and then it has been selling off. So you can wait for another confirmation, but I think I'm already in a short here going into next week, so it is really selling off. Let's look at what the volatility is doing, and we'll look at that here. So this is the VVIX, the volatility in VIX. This is VIX. VIX came down here and now trying to break out of this one. It has not yet broken out, and the volatility in VIX is spiking up. And as you can see, there is a different correlation here. As the volatility in VIX goes down, as you can see here, right, and then it spikes out on that one. And let me show you that again. So this is volatility in VIX going down, and VIX starts going down, So you have to look here and here. So when VIX is high and the volatility in VIX starts going down, the VIX starts going down. And when VIX starts going down, that point of time, usually both ES and NQ starts going up. As of now, the VIX is going up and the volatility in VIX is also going up. And hence, I want to be on the right side. Another point of data here is that I think the market will sell off. I usually post 2 videos on ES and NQ. Today I'm not gonna do that because the levels are pretty simple here. If you look at NQ here, and I'm gonna clear all this here. If you look at NQ here, these are all daily charts. That's why I'm saying it broke out, but it did not confirm above that level here. But whereas NQ is different, it actually broke out unconfirmed, but it is retesting that level there. It's retesting that level there. So for me, I'm looking at that now because usually these two should go hand in hand, NQ and ES. And if it is retesting and if it holds, if this level holds, I'm going to switch from being a short guy to a long guy because NQ is almost 30%, tech is almost 30% of S&P, and tech is going to take S&P up if it holds this support. So I'm watching this very closely. If this is the bull trap, that means they are faking it out. That means it goes up, did not break this level out, so that means there is no confirmation, and just trap all the bulls here thinking that, hey, this is official breakout, take their shorts, take their shorts here. So basically all the bulls are thinking that this is good, they came back and take their shorts, and then they squeeze down, and so the bulls have to really close their shorts because of their stop losses. If that happens, it will dip down here, go back up, and that would be my signal to also short NQ. As of now, I am in more of an intraday basis trading on NQ rather than swing, whereas in ES I am actually short. That's where I stand as of now, and this week I'm not going to post a separate video for NQ because I wanted to show you this correlation. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you for listening.